Fair Blends, our mission is to refresh, restore, and revive the community by encouraging a return to our roots. We create food that tastes as good as it looks, and everything on our menu is made with whole foods and nutritious ingredients. From bowls to smoothies, salads, fresh pressed juice, and more, we'll have you feeling your best and living your healthiest life. Come see what's blending at Fair.
I'm Siena College men's basketball coach Carm Massarello. As a Capital Region native and the coach of the Green and Gold, there's only one jeweler for Saints fans, Northeastern Fine Jewelry. A family-owned jeweler for more than 4 decades, Northeastern has been a supporter of Siena basketball dating back almost to my playing days for the Saints. You can score your own three-pointer with a gift from Northeastern Fine Jewelry, or stop in and talk Siena hoops with VP Greg Kelly. Win big with Northeastern Fine Jewelry.
Trust is the firm belief in someone's reliability, honesty, skills, and strength. It's not a word we take lightly at Pierre O'Connor & Strauss. For decades, thousands of families have entrusted us to protect their home, retirement, and life savings. They've relied on us to create their wills, trusts, and legal plans. They've depended on our estate planning experience to secure a legacy for their families. Let Pierre O'Connor & Strauss be your trusted counsel. Life happens. Are you prepared?
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friend.
With you, Kelly, an exciting first half that was controlled for the most part by Ryder. They scored the first 7 points of the game, but Siena rallies late to tie the game, and back where we started after 20 minutes.
And they did it without Michael Ely, right? So Siena's star player played just 2 minutes in the first half. We presume being bothered by his ankle. We're not sure if he didn't start. He came in and certainly didn't look by himself. And you wonder, how is the team going to respond when they expect their star player to be on the floor and he's not? They fell behind by 9 points and then stormed back. It was really impressive to see the way they came back in the first half.
Interested to see what each team does coming out of the locker room. Siena has really struggled out of the locker room as a general rule this season.
Well, what they need to do is what they did well in the first half, and that's picking up assists and not turning the basketball over. Siena on the season averaging minus 7.5 assist to turnover ratio, which is second worst in the country in Division I basketball. 6 assists to 5 turnovers. They flipped that number. It's positive right now, and your team is going to just a cascade of reasons why it's better for your offense when you're able to do that. So Siena's got to stick with that team basketball, limit the turnovers.
2 players in particular have played very well for Siena. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Ryder got off to the quick start, and they've really done it with a flurry of different players.
Yeah, they have. That was just a beautiful pass right there. And so we saw some good basketball from Ryder throughout the first half, but then Siena was really able to clamp down defensively. But it was transition offense for much of that half when they built that lead. That was the difference, where Siena a little bit lackadaisical at times, getting back defensively, and Ryder making Siena pay. And that, again, was a point of emphasis we talked about. And one of our keys to the game was transition offense for the Bucks.
Yeah, Irvin James leading the well, 12 points, 5 rebounds.
Zach Tekin has been a stud for Siena so far in this one. The sophomore point guard has shooting 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 6 from the outside, also getting his teammates involved.
Michael F. Bagaru also played well, 10 points and 5 rebounds. You see the stats very even in terms of shooting percentage as well as rebounding. Really all the stats fairly equal. Ryder's only attempted 5 3-pointers. They're 2 of 5 sinks, 3 out of 14. Special treat when we return. Tate Fisher, class of 2008, will join us to talk about his weekend and what he's been up to, including the big event in Siena in Albany tomorrow night. Before that, we have our trivia question. Who has Siena faced the most in MAC openers? Niagara, Canisius, St. Peter's, or Ryder? On the Robert Lee's difficulty scale, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a very difficult question. Good luck. If you can pick the 1 out of the 4, I have no idea. Halftime, tied at 36. Back with Tate Fisher after this. Siena and Ryder tied at 36. A very special treat here on our halftime show. Robert Lee joined by Siena class of 2008 legend Tate Fisher, Firefly, you may know him as from his Harlem Globetrotters days. Tay, welcome back. Always good to see you. Give the folks out there a little status update. What are you doing? You got kids? Where do you live?
Right now, we living in the Capital Region, and I have a boy that's 4 years old. His name is Duran. I got a baby girl that's 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Her name is Nyla. So
You're not sleeping much.
no, I'm not sleeping much, man. But the Globetrotters prepared me for that, so I'm all good, man. But life is good. My wife's the HOP director at Siena, so we bleed green and gold. We met there, so I'm just always happy to be back home.
And we saw you out on the court before the game. What kind of thrill is it to be back in a place that has so many great memories for you?
It feels good. It always feels good to come back home. Even when I came back with the Globetrotters, we played on this court.
Right.
So there's so many memories. I'm just happy to be back in front of my friends and my family, and it's always good to know that people didn't forget about you.
Now, we're looking at this video here, okay? You, Ron Moore, and Michael Haddix. You guys all have kids there, okay? So, we were just talking in the commercial break. It's been 15 years since you graduated. I mean, how has the time flown by, and, how much has that Siena experience impacted you?
It impacted me a lot, but in such a great way. It prepared me for life. So for us to be together and see our boys meeting for the first time and cheering and having a good time, it's awesome. And, it just reminds us of when we were all together. And I'm very thankful that Siena is able to put this together for not only us, but for our families.
This is not the only reason Tay's here at the game this weekend. Saints march on. The NIL Collective for Siena's having a fundraising dinner at 677 Prime tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect there.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just like this. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be everybody mingling, just talking about the past, the present, and the future. And it's something that we all need.
Right.
We're all busy, as you can see, with kids. So any outing we can get with our wives, without the kids, it's always a good time, man. So I'm going to take advantage of that.
You're not bringing the 2-month-old tomorrow? I feel you. What are your impressions of the first half here? I know you do a little bit of coaching on the side, and, what do you see out there?
They're playing hard. They're playing good. And like we said, we're going to have the past be in the past.
Right.
And I'm actually happy that happened, so it doesn't happen in March. Let's continue to get better. Carm's always doing a great job. A lot of new faces that I'm not familiar with, but at the same time, I know what basketball looks like. I know what great teamwork looks like, and I know what Siena basketball looks like. So that's all I'm looking for from now to the end of the year, and hopefully they can put it together.
Yeah, you need a roster to identify the team every year in this modern day and age, the days of you guys sticking around for 4 years. Last question, you see that Rider uniform, it give you a little happy feeling after the MAC championship, 6 3-pointers?
Yeah, it does. To be honest with you, I didn't pick this color out. My wife did. So,
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
Don't worry. If I bleed, it's going to be green and gold, so don't worry about that, man. If you want me to take this off, I will.
Well, Tay, we appreciate it. Keep the shirt on. Go Saints.
Thank you.
Tay Fisher, Siena all-time great, joining us here. Great to see him, Ronald Moore, and Michael Haddix out on the court before the game with their children. Fantastic. Second half. League in 1989. As they say, you learn something new every day. Rider in the road, cranberry or maroon jerseys. Siena in the home white. Rider has the ball to start the second half. Mervyn James, 12 points in the first half. Corey McKeithen at 8 for Rider. Ingram scored a couple times early, but has been quiet since. Powell gets a man in the air. It's Weeks, a right wing three, and it's good. TJ Weeks starting the second half the same way he started the game. He's got 8 points.
And this is perhaps the most critical 5-minute stretch for Siena in this basketball game. The Saints in the first 5 minutes of every second half this season have been outscored by about 40 points. For whatever reason, they've really struggled in this juncture, speculating. Coach Masterello said, if we've had some strong first halves, and we've been in games, we've relaxed a little bit, or been content with how we're playing, we've been caught off guard coming out of the locker room. That can't happen tonight.
And he said he's tried all different things in the locker room. He's tried the kind of patient understanding, encouraging. He said he went Fran, quote-unquote, red face at one game. He said that didn't work. So Coach Masterello, like the rest of us, wondering what the right formula is to get the Saints to come out and start the second half better. Tekken, nifty move, lace it up and in.
Magic from Tekken will hurt.
Zach Tekken with 14 points, averaging 11 a game.
He's got a lightning crossover in that very deceptive first half where you blink and he's by you.
Missed a couple of games with a concussion recently, but has looked very healthy here. Back to his usual spry self. Down to 8 on the shot clock. McKeithen recognizes with 6, spins, gets a floating jumper up that's an air ball. Weeks saves it back in bounds. Shot clock expires. Saints have the ball anyway. Zach Tekken on the run. Saints have never led. It's Ed Bagaru in traffic, and he traveled. Ryder opened the game on a 7-0 run. Saints had a late 9-0 run. No, correction. Saints did lead once at the end of the first half by 2 points. Ryder then scored at the buzzer to tie the game going into the half. So the Saints led for 18 seconds in that first half. And it was in the final minute. McKeith then clear path to the rim, missed it. Ingram the rebound. Ingram soft baby hook. Weeks the board and a foul. F. Bagaru will be called for his second, trying to battle the older and bigger, well, not bigger, but older TJ Weeks. Powell still trying to snap out of that shooting slump. Had 5 points in the first half. Did make a three-pointer. He attacks the rim. High off the window, no good. Rebounded on the floor. Who's got it? There's been an abnormal amount of jump balls in this game. This is, I believe, the 5th jump ball, and the alternating possession will go back to Ryder.
Look, sometimes jump balls can be a symptom of effort, and that's something we talked about in the first half, where the Saints owned up to the fact that they haven't been as aggressive as they need to be in games, and getting bodies on the floor and chasing loose balls and going after a ball you think you might not have a chance to get to, and finding a way to tie it up, that's effort.
So the possession arrow once again favors Siena. Awkward post feed. Good job defensively by Emma Drew. Leads to a Ryder turnover. Saints have made 4 of their last 5 shots, and they're pulled to within 1.
So you're not checking a lot of those boxes as far as what they need to do to give themselves a chance to win this game. You know, effort being one, something we talked about off the top. Another one was points in the paint for Siena. They have 24 now, which matches how many they had against New Albany for the entire game.
Tekken fadeaway 3. Difficult shot. Rebound dug out by Ryder. Long pass ahead. It's too long, and it's another turnover for Ryder. McKeithen, who's got a lot of playing time this year, kind of served an internship behind Dwight Murray, who was a terrific player for Ryder the last few years, first team All-MAC last season. McKeithen getting his chance to shine now, averaging 11 points and an offensive foul on Zach Tekken. That's his 3rd foul of the game. He is the first Siena player with 3 fouls. McKeithen averaged 3 points a game last year, has tripled that to almost 11 this year. Tekken goes out of the game. Mason Courtney comes in. Tekken has a team high and game high 14 points.
I wondered at the time when he picked up number 2 if it would come back to haunt it, because he did so intentionally when James had a free lane to the basket and Tekken wanted to slow him down and make him earn at the free throw line.
Ingram forces the issue and draws the foul. It's called on Emma Drew. It's his 2nd. And Siena's now picked up 3 fouls already in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Neither team has scored in over 2 minutes. Ingram to the line. Senior from Philadelphia. So many of Ryder's players from the Philadelphia area. Ryder located in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, just outside of Trenton, within an hour or so of Philadelphia. I'm always amused when we talk to Coach Baggett. He kind of bristles at all the talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Somehow he's a Minnesota Vikings fan, and he deals with an entire team full of Eagles fans. He does not really enjoy that.
No.
Not recently, especially. 2 free throws for Ingram.
This team's hanging in there, though, after losing.
Yeah, not bad. Ribbon keeps possession with 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time left. Tekken on the bench with 3 fouls. Bagaru turns the corner. Braylon Smith wide open. 3 is good. Braylon Smith's first 3 in the game ties it at 41. Scrolling off a screen. James, nice lead for Ingram. Put it on the floor. And another jump ball. It's the 6th jump ball of the game. It goes back over to Siena. Ingram got a nice feed from James, but then unfortunately dribbled it and ended up inviting a lot of smaller players to reach their hands in, and it led to an alternating possession jump ball. James has not been particularly aggressive. Mervyn James is 4 out of 8 from the field for 12 points, but has not scored in quite some time. And Bagaru has been aggressive.
Second will check back in.
Courtney under the basket. Good ball movement here from Siena with 12 on the shot clock. Wide open in the corner. It's a three-pointer. It's no good. Strong rebound. Emma Churu lays it in.
Siena with a dozen second chance points. And the Saints have played very big on the offensive glass so far in this game.
Siena retakes the lead, matching its biggest lead of the game, 2 points. Powell looking to regain the lead for Ryder. Way off the mark, a line drive. It's rebounded by Bagaru. Saints will run.
Just terrific effort on that rebound.
Bagaru does not look like a freshman physically, does not play like a freshman. Scarborough, Ontario native. Here's Emma Drew going to work off glass, too strong, rebounded by the Bronx. McKeithen pushes for Powell. He'll attack the rim and lay it in easily.
You know, that was good offense by Siena, even though they didn't get the basket. The mistake wasn't the missed shot. The mistake was just not getting back quicker in transition.
Braylon Smith, another three. Fight for the board. Braylon Smith got it. Hangs in the air. Left-handed shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Emma Juru. Runs over a man. Throws it up awkwardly. Blocking foul against Ryder. Tariq Ingram, his third foul of the game. Back and forth action. We're tied at 43 with under 15 minutes to go. The team is led by double figures. Emma Juru will go to the line, 1 out of 3 from the line for the sophomore from England. Off to the right with his first shot, a transfer from Sam Houston. Not a great free throw shooter, but a very good field goal percentage shooter. Second in the league, 62%. This is 2, offensive rebound at Bagaru. Extra pass, Braylon Smith was open. They close out on him. Inside Emma Juru, he's hacked. He'll go back to the line. And that's what Coach Baggett said. He said, we are going to foul Emma Juru and make him make free throws. He's 1 out of 5. Mervyn James, his second.
And for Siena to pay this off, of course, Emma Juru is going to have to hit at least 1 out of these 2 free throws, but I really like that decision by Braylon Smith. It was good ball movement by the Saints after the terrific offensive rebound. As Emma Juru knocks down the first to get it over to Smith, who easily could have taken a somewhat contested jump shot, but instead, it was the feed into Emma Juru, Siena continuing to run good offense to get open looks inside the paint. Emma Juru getting a point out of it.
8 points now for Emma Juru. Saints 6 out of 12 from the free throw line, 50% for the season, 56%, second to last in the country. Bagaru just pulls his man out of the way to steal it. Bagaru all the way to the rim, kicks it out, and Siena will settle it down and reset. With a 1-point lead, it's stolen away, yes, by the Bronx. Ugly sequence there both ways. It's Alan Powell in the corner. Alan Powell to the rim. Scoop shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Killian Grimmin. Ryder's got to get Mervyn James more involved here. He's the best player in the league in the preseason based on the other coaches' votes. He has been a non-factor.
Grimmin, nice piece of defense to force the altered shot and then come up with the rebound.
Courtney contested 3, well off the mark. Offensive rebound, and Bagaru lays it in. And a Ryder timeout. Michael F. Bagaru, 12 points and 8 rebounds. Will set. And getting close to another as Ryder on the ropes a little bit here, down by 3 now. Their biggest deficit of the game with under 14 minutes to go. See if Kevin Baggett comes out of that timeout with a set play. It's DJ Dudley driving to the rim, hanging in the air, missed the shot. It's rebounded at the offensive end by Sano, who lays it in. Mustafa Sano, a freshman.
Ryder able to extend its possession that time. And I'll tell you what, Siena's best offense in the second half has been its own missed shot. The Saints already with 6 offensive rebounds in the first 6 minutes of the second half, which had led to 6 of their 10 points in the second half coming through the second chance opportunity.
James clears the Smith miss. Ruben Rodriguez back in there for Ryder. Actually, several new faces in there for Ryder, players who didn't play a lot in the first half. Alan Powell pulls up for the jumper. It's off the mark. It's rebounded by Rodriguez. Fresh 20 for the Bronx. Powell continues to struggle. 3 out of 8 from the field. 3 out of 9. James forcing his way in. James lost it on the way up, but was fouled. And I think it's F. Bagaru. Crowd didn't like the call.
No, they didn't.
Third foul on F. Bagaru. So now Siena's 2 leading scorers today. Tekin and F. Bagaru each have 3 fouls with 12.5 minutes to go. And we'll send Mervyn James back to the line where he missed the free throw.
The fans' issue, by the way, wasn't so much with a foul, but there are plenty of voices in the arena that thought there was a travel before the foul.
One out of 2 from Mervyn James, his first point of the second half. He's got 13 for the game, and he ties it at 46 with 12:20 to go. Tekin kicks it out for Smith. Extra pass. F. Bagaru corner 3 is too strong. Tipped out by Gribben on the back tap. Courtney will launch a 3. Mervyn James the weak side rebound. Bronx on the run. Dudley down low for an open man, off glass and a foul. And it's F. Bagaru who just picked up his 4th foul of the game. Timeout, under 12 minutes to go in Albany. Still tied at 46. Mark on the first free throw. These 2 teams come in on 5-game losing streaks. Siena's actually lost 11 out of 12 going back to last season. Ryder, the preseason favorite in the MAC. Siena picked 4th, and it's been a competitive game from the start. Fairly well played, a little sloppy here and there as Sano makes 1 out of 2. And gives Ryder the lead. Ryder led for most of the first half, almost the entire first half, other than about 20 seconds. But it's been back and forth here in the second half.
Coach Baggett said that both teams here are really in a similar situation as far as rough non-conference play, getting into conference, want to start things off on the right foot. He said the difference is Siena has the advantage of being at home.
F. Bagaru's on the bench with 4 fouls. Michael Ely has only played 2 minutes in this game with an ankle injury. Presumably is out for the rest of the game. The 3-pointer was missed. Ryder running the other way. And out of bounds off of Mervyn James. Emma Drew back in for Siena, replacing Frazier. Saints have missed 8 of their last 9 shots. TJ Weeks in for DJ Dudley. Also Sano out of the game for Tariq Ingram.
Siena's now attempted 21 3-pointers. The Saints have made 4. So they're shooting 19% from the outside, but shooting nearly 60% inside of the arc.
They trap Tekin, who's playing with 3 fouls, I should say. And Bagaru is still on the bench with 4 fouls with 11 minutes to go. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Tekin. Down low for Emma Drew. Short shots up and in. Gio Emma Drew into double figures for the 4th time this season. And Siena the lead.
And that underscores my point, right? I mean, that time Siena was able to use the majority of the shot clock and get a good look to the inside versus forcing up a 3-pointer midway through the shot clock.
Weeks the contested 3. Hits the iron a couple of times, and it's knocked out of bounds by Siena. Ryder will keep the ball with 10.5 minutes to go. And Majuru, a smile on his face. He's playing well, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 out of 6 from the field. Problems getting it in. Fresh 20 for the Bronx. Powell turns the corner, down the lane, easy layup, missed it. Offensive rebound, though, for the Bronx. Did hit the rim, so the shot clock reset to 20. Boy, Powell did everything but the finish. This time, he will not miss the easy layup. Siena's interior defense lacking there.
And they missed a box out where they could have gotten off of that end of the floor.
Bronx take the lead back. Powell with 9 points. Tekin all the way down the lane, flips it up from short range and got the roll. 16 for Tekin and a Siena timeout. Drew make free throws. But it is 4 fouls on Ingram. He'll probably have to go out of the game here with under 9 minutes to go. They have not sent anyone to the scorer's table yet. So now, if you want to intentionally hack him, Drew next time down the court that he's got great position, it can't be Ingram, otherwise he'll foul out of the game. And Drew is 2 out of 7 from the free throw line.
Smith gave him a pep talk before this first attempt.
It must have worked. Frazier in for Gribben. Give that pep talk every time.
Every single time.
Should be the free throw shooting coach. 3-point lead for Siena matches its biggest of the game. Irvin James fumbled the ball. Tekin to the floor, steals it away.
How about that anticipation by Tekin?
James kind of lazily bent over to pick the ball up, and Tekin went to the floor and took it away. Tekin one-on-one with the bigger Ingram. James steals away the inbounds pass nicely. James is actually kind of fiddling with his hair there, the kind of man bun that he has there.
Hair tie, I saw that.
He's got it settled. Oh, huge screen. Powell knocks it down, and there's a Siena player down, Zach Tekin.
Tekin got clocked on that screen that was set by James right in front of the official. And Tekin grabbed at his chest like he had the wind knocked out of him.
He stays in the game. They did not stop the play. It was a score for Alan Powell. He's got 11. Cuts the lead to 1. Tekin shoots it over James. Rebound fought for, and it's out of bounds. So Ryder will send us to a timeout. Close one in Albany. Siena by a point. Job on him. 7 to shoot. Weeks down the lane, flips it up in traffic. Offensive rebound, Irvin James lost it on the way up. Ryder still got it. Shot clock did reset. Pushing it up in traffic. Another offensive rebound to score. 3 or 4 chances. Langston eventually finishes it.
Reddit Ryder just not giving up on that play. We talked about hustle plays and effort, and there wasn't an obvious misassignment by Siena or a blown box out. That was just gritty offensive rebound.
Nice feed from Tekin to Emma Drew for the dunk. Back and forth we go. Nobody got James. He dunks it easily. Saints fell asleep in transition.
We've seen it a few times in this game, but that one being the most flagrant.
Just gave away a basket as James raced up court uncontested to take the lead back. F. Bagaru playing with 4 fouls.
Don't settle for the 3.
6 on the shot clock. Tekin, fadeaway 3, way off the mark. Rebounded by Ryder.
See, there was still enough time to try and work something.
Wide open TJ Weeks. No good. All rebound controlled by Tekin.
Unfortunate that blown call on the offensive side didn't cost Siena on the other end of the floor.
Weeks not going to get many better looks than that.
Right.
F. Bagaru playing with 4 fouls. Short shot in traffic falls. Siena retakes the lead. 11 lead changes in this game, 10 of them in the second half. The teams alternating baskets. James aggressively attacks the rim. Emma Drew the rebound.
You mentioned Emma Juror's defense on James has been really on point here in the second half.
Reminiscent of Siena's game against Milwaukee, where they basically traded baskets the entire second half. Tekken had it halfway down. McKeithen the rebound. McKeithen on the run, trying to beat Siena up the floor. McKeithen to the rim, lays it in easily. Timeout Ryder as Siena once again gives up an easy basket in transition.
Coach Carm getting into Tekken's face a little bit there as Zek comes off the floor, and you could tell in that transition play, Tekken tried to pass him off, but basketball 101, you have to stop the ball first, and it's a little bit difficult when you're trying to hand off the guy that's got a full head of steam in transition offense.
Saints will hit the road tomorrow. They will fly to Baltimore and then bus to Mount St. Mary's in about an hour northwest of Baltimore. That game will be on ESPN Plus on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Saints back home to take on Bryant next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Hit the road to Western New York to take on sister school St. Bonaventure next Saturday. And then a long break for final exams before taking on Cornell the 19th. That is a Tuesday here at MVP Arena at 7 o'clock. So Ryder with it. Ryder's upcoming schedule, they end this 6-game road trip tonight. They take on Fairfield at home on Sunday at 2. Welcome in Stonehill, relatively new Division I school, old MAC rival Monmouth, and Delaware down the road for the Bronx. Mentioned Ryder's played a very tough schedule so far, losing to Marquette, Nebraska, Maryland, all on the road. Both teams trying to end a 5-game losing streak. Saints turn it over. Out of bounds to Ryder.
It's a costly one for Siena, and they've been doing really well protecting the basketball. Talk about averaging nearly 18 turnovers a game, that just their 10th. But tough time on the clock to do it.
At least the ball was kicked out of bounds, so it wasn't a fast break. Ryder with the ball in a 1-point lead. The teams have been trading baskets for the last 6 or 7 minutes. McKeithen, step back 3. Strong rebound by Gribben, and I think Ingram might have just fouled out of the game. Oh no, it's on Epagaru.
Okay.
He fouls out of the game. Huge call. Wow. He fouls out of the game, Michael Epagaru.
So it was off of the ball because Gribben came up with the rebound.
Tough call goes against Siena. Epagaru fouls out of the game on a borderline call.
He's still looking for an explanation.
And, you like when you talk to officials, usually they like to make sure that the fifth foul is really a foul. I mean, you don't want to foul out a guy on, kind of a borderline call.
Missed it. It was.
Yeah, it looked like he and Ingram got tangled up. Wow. Irvin James to the line. This crowd incensed. So Epagaru, tough break, fouls out 14 points, 8 rebounds for Epagaru. And 2 free throws for James, who has 17 now to lead all scorers, and Ryder has opened up a 3-point lead. They deflect the inbounds pass out of bounds. Smith cannot run the baseline now. Pounding Tekken in the backcourt. Tekken turns on the Jets, down the lane. Before the shot, he was fouled. Do not count the basket. He was fouled on the floor, and that's only the 4th foul against Ryder.
A shot like that deserves better, though, doesn't it? Not to say the call was wrong, but it's Unfortunate for Tekken of the Saints.
What it could have been eventually the 5th foul on Ingram,
Right.
who he ran into at the rim.
That's true.
Under 4 minutes to go. They double. Tekken with 6 on the shot clock. It's knocked away and stolen. Ryder will run. Now they'll look for the secondary break and set up the offense. Critical turnovers for Siena. Saints have not scored in 2 minutes. Mervyn James, the preseason player of the year, working on Gribben. Takes it down the lane. Lost it on the way up. Emma Drew has it for Siena. James slow to get back into the play. Saints with numbers. Got to hang on to the ball here. 3:20 to go. Need to get a shot up at a minimum. Down by 3 now. Emma Drew. Tekken steps into a tying 3 and it's good. Tekken, career high, 19 points.
And he knew it. He had backpedaled to mid-court before that ball went in. It was a great pass inside to Emma Drew. And Gio recognizing Tekken was wide open.
Tekken the steal. To a trailing Braylon Smith attacks the rim. Missed the shot. He'll go to the line after a timeout. Good one in Albany. Under 3 minutes to go. Tied at 59. The game. Braylon Smith gives Siena the lead. Robert Lee, Kelly O'Donnell, our entire crew with you from Albany, New York. Smith, the freshman from Texas. Two free throws. Gives Siena the lead. Under 3 minutes to go. 5 points now for Braylon Smith. Ryder needs to execute here. Both teams have lost 5 in a row on the way in. This is the MAC opener for both teams. Tariq Ingram playing with 4 fouls. Powell fumbled the ball. Gets it to James, spinning off a screen. And he's fouled. Mervyn James back to the line. It'll be the 4th on Emma Drew. A player is down as well. It's Mervyn James. Mervyn James is down. He came down very hard on his left hand. The left arm kind of fell awkwardly there. He's up. And he appears to be okay as he's walking to the free throw line. Mervyn James has done work from the free throw line. He's 5 out of 6 today. He's only 5 out of 13 from the field. This to tie the game. 2 free throws. Missed the first. Saints on a mini 5-0 run to take the lead. Ryder has not scored in a minute 40. Mervyn James, the preseason player of the year, trying to change that here. Cuts the lead to 1. 2:25 to go. Zek Tekken, joined by Gribben, Smith, Emma Drew, and Courtney. And Bagaru has fouled out of the game. Gribben, huge 3! Hit the backboard first. It's rebounded by McKeithen. Inside, it's knocked away by Gribben. Turnover and a foul. That's only the 6th foul against Ryder, so Siena will inbound the ball.
I'll tell you what, Gribben had only made 1 of 11 three-pointers on the season before attempting that one. Ill-advised early in the shot clock, but he made up for it on the other end of the floor.
Caused the turnover and the foul on Mervyn James, his 3rd, as we hit the 2-minute mark with the Saints leading up by 1 with the ball. Tekken doubled. Gotta think they're gonna foul Emma Drew if he gets the ball here, because it'd be a 1-and-1 situation. Ingram's got to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Braylon Smith attacks the rim. Braylon Smith contested. Jumper is good. Huge shot. Braylon Smith. 7 points for the freshman.
Didn't just settle for the 3-pointer. Smart basketball from the Saints.
Ryder down 3. Fumbled the ball. It's loose. Who's got it? Hitting the floor. Saints will call a timeout. Yes. Saints cause another Ryder turnover.
That is an excellent decision to take that timeout. Siena had 2 left. Every possession so important with 1:16 to go. An opportunity to save that possession. Really well done. And I'll tell you what, if Siena holds on to win this game for everything they did right offensively, we've talked about, improved play in the paint. It's what they've been doing on the defensive end of the floor. Ryder's a team that scores almost 70 points a game, and they've been doing that against the likes of Marquette and Maryland, and we talked about how they've been playing up. Siena only averages about 57.5 points per game. So we said early on, especially without Michael Ealy, if this game got up into the 70s, you don't like Siena's chances. They've been able to limit a very potent Ryder offense to 60 points to put themselves in this position.
So let's reset here. Each team has 1 timeout left. The possession arrow favors Ryder. Both teams are in the single bonus. Ryder has 16 fouls, Siena has 8. So it'll be 1-1 for quite some time for Siena. But Siena has the ball with 1:16 to go on a full shot clock. Ingram is the only player in the game with 4 fouls for Ryder. Emma Drew has 4 fouls for Siena. So those 2 players are guarding each other. Ingram almost fouled Tekken. Tekken all the way to the rim. Scoop shot, crazy shot goes! Zach Tekken, 21 points and a 5-point lead.
He thought all the way he was going to pass it to Drew to the last minute.
Powell down the lane, lace it up and in, timeout. Easy basket for Ryder after the circus shot by Tekken.
Yeah, you like to make your Siena Ryder work for it a little bit more, but watch this. He thinks he's going to dish. Nope, I can't. I'm going to have to get it up myself. Nothing to it.
I think he was facing away from the rim when he shot that. That was a crazy shot. Ryder uses its last timeout down by 3. So the interesting strategy now becomes, there's about a 19-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So does Ryder choose to foul here? Especially if the ball is in the hands of somebody like a Gio Emajuru, I think you have to foul in this situation. Siena as a whole is not a good free throw shooting team. However, it'll be interesting to see if they run Ingram out there, because Ingram has 4 fouls. You might want to sub him out and get somebody who could give a foul intentionally if Emajuru gets the ball.
You'd expect we see pressure either way. Try and force a turnover, and then I agree it's situational. If the ball ends up in Emajuru's hands, you give the foul. If you feel like Siena is scrambling on offense as it gets deeper into the shot clock, there's still enough time to play it straight up in a 1-possession game.
And keep in mind, Tekken, who's likely to have the ball, is a 56% free throw shooter this season. He has not attempted one today, and he's been a good 3-point shooter tonight. So you've got to think, perhaps he would have a fighting chance to make those free throws, you'd like to think. But for the season, he's at just over 50%. So Ingram is on the court for Ryder. So he has 4 fouls. Emajuru is also on the court for Siena with 4 fouls. Ryder showing full court pressure. It'll be Braylon Smith to inbound the ball. He can run the baseline. Gets it in for Tekken. Tekken ridden into the front court, he's fouled. Okay, so McKeithen went for the steal, and they'll now put Tekken at the line for 1-1. This is the first of 3 straight times that Siena will just shoot 1-1. Huge free throws, needless to say. Zach Tekken has a career-high 21 points tonight. He'll have 1-1. Missed the front end. McKeithen the rebound. Empty possession for Siena. Took about 5 seconds off the clock. McKeithen, two-cutting James, slices to the rim and scores. Easy basket in about 6 seconds for Ryder. 1 point lead with 37 seconds left.
Yeah, too easy. Ryder went quick. Credit the Bronx for that offense, but Siena's got to get back to set up defensively.
Now Ryder's going to play it straight up here, and Siena will call its last timeout. So Coach Carm is going to talk it over with a 7-second difference. The lead is down to 1. Now, if you're Kevin Baggett, are you rolling the dice here and letting them play it straight up? Or if Zach Tekin gets the ball, do you foul him again, try to extend the game? It will be 1-1. That's a roll of the dice.
Absolutely it is, right? But there is enough time left on the clock where you could absolutely advocate for that strategy, especially knowing that Siena is among the worst free throw shooting teams in the country. And you have to figure, if it's Tekin, that free throw he just missed a minute ago is going to be in his head if he walks back to the line.
So it will be 1-1 if Ryder does foul. This is the last timeout for either team. There's 28 seconds left. And Ryder's last 2 baskets have been too easy.
Yes.
They're not taking any time, and they're getting layups.
Correct. Especially off of this free throw, right?
Right. So Mervyn James just laid it in to cut the lead to 1. This is the MAC opener for both teams. One of these teams will start league play with a win, 20-game league schedule. Play all of the other 10 teams twice. Ryder looking to come back and take this one late. Siena trying to hold them off. Saints have the ball up by 1. They'll inbound in the front court. Siena comes out with Smith, Grimmon, Courtney, Tekin, and Emma Juru. Ryder, James, McKeithen, Weeks, Powell, and Ingram. Saints will stack 4 players at about quarter court, and it'll be Killian Grimmon to inbound the ball. 28 seconds left, 21 on the shot clock. No timeouts left for either team. Emma Juru is fouled. So Ingram just fouled out of the game. So that's the downside for Ryder, but now they're putting a 44% free throw shooter at the line, Gio Emajuru, who is 4 out of 9 tonight.
And as soon as Emajuru touched it, you could tell they were trying to keep Tekin from getting the inbound, force it somewhere else. The ball went exactly where Ryder wanted it to go, and as soon as the ball ended up in Emajuru's hands, the coaches were screaming from the sideline to foul.
Now, the collateral damage is Tariq Ingram just fouled out of the game. He's one of their top front court players. He fouls out with 8 points and 7 rebounds, so he's out of the game, as is F. Bagaru. But Gio Emajuru will go to the line for 1-1. That's 8 fouls on both teams now. Both teams are out of timeouts. The possession arrow favors Ryder. Gio Emajuru for the season is at 44%. Tonight, he is at 4 out of 9, 44%. Huge shots here from the sophomore. Missed it. Ryder a chance to take the lead with 23 seconds left. Plenty of time. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds remaining. They're out of timeouts. Ryder a chance to take the lead. Alan Powell hit huge shots late in the game last year. He slices to the rim. Missed the layup. Oh, goodness. And Tekin is fouled. Alan Powell has missed several wide open layups.
And a look of disbelief on Tekin's face as the ball fell to him. Complete defensive breakdown for Siena, and they get away with it.
I mean, Alan Powell, he was almost too open.
Right.
But still just 1-1 here for Tekin, who missed the front end earlier, just about 30 seconds ago. 12 seconds left. Tekin 1-1. Missed it again. Tekin gets the rebound. And he's fouled. So the Saints have missed 3 consecutive 1-1s. Now they'll have 2 shots. Saints are 10 out of 19 from the free throw line, 53%. Zach Tekin 0 for 2 will have 2 shots. It should still be a 1-possession game. That's the loudest cheer that I can hear at MVP Arena.
I like the drama of the 1-and-1. You watch the college women's game, you don't have it. You watch the NBA game, you don't have it. But there is an element of drama to it.
This to make it a 3-point lead. Then does Siena foul if they've got a 3-point lead. Tekken makes 2, 23 points career high. Saints up 3, Ryder has the ball, final 10 seconds. Ryder needs a 3. McKeithen is fouled. McKeithen is fouled by Courtney. I like fouling up by 3. There's 6 seconds to go. Make them do some shenanigans here to try to tie the game.
I think that's the perfect time to do it. I completely agree.
Corey McKeithen is a 69% free throw shooter. He will have 1-and-1. The key is he's got to make the first shot. Because then you have options with what you do on the second shot. McKeithen, a senior. Cuts the lead to 2. Now, he can just make this shot, right? Try to make it. They can foul immediately and extend the game with 5.5 seconds left. He could intentionally miss it, but they would have to offensive rebound it and make a shot, either a 2 or a 3, in the final 5.5 seconds. He missed it. It's out of bounds to Ryder. And will they review it? Will they go to the monitor? They will go to the monitor. And frankly, that's almost the best case scenario for Ryder now. They will keep the ball based on the call on the floor with 3.5 seconds left, and they'll have a chance to tie or win the game here on the final possession.
You're playing the percentages, right? And in hindsight now, you'll say, well, maybe giving the foul wasn't the right strategy. I think with 5 seconds left, you do, and you hope you don't give up the offensive rebound on the second free throw.
From that angle, which was full speed, it looked like it went off of Emma Juru's right hand. But the officials are going to go to the monitor to review this key call in the game. You'll see Emma Juru, number 5. The ball appears to go off his right hand. Right there. Does the player on the floor touch it? Tough to tell from that angle.
The crowd's looking at the exact same replay we are, and you can hear what they think. And I agree with you. From that angle, I don't think there's enough to overturn the call on the floor that would say Ryder basketball. The question, are the refs getting a better look?
Here's a better
this is
angle.
The one.
So we'll go off of Emma Juru's right hand. Not even close. No, not even close. No, clearly off of Emma Juru's hand. From that angle, you can see that Mervyn James is 3 feet away from the ball. So from that angle, clearly off of Emma Juru's right hand. We'll see what the call is here.
As soon as the officials are able to advance the replay they're looking at to the one we just saw, we're going to resume this game.
So it's 3.5 seconds to go. The call on the floor was Ryder basketball. It is Ryder basketball. Now, Ryder has 3 3-pointers tonight. 2 of them are by TJ Weeks. He will inbound the ball. They are joined by Langston, Powell, who has struggled shooting the 3 all year, Mervyn James, Corey McKeithen. 3.5 seconds to go, no timeouts left. Ryder can tie or win the game, or the Saints can get a stop and win the game. Weeks will inbound. Weeks lobs it out for Langston. Inside for James, knocked away with 0.3 of a second left. Saints, only 0.3 of a second. Ryder has to tip it. No time to catch and shoot with 0.3 of a second left.
And they're going to go to the monitor to see if they should add another few tenths of a second. What a defensive play by Emma Juru. Anticipated it and timed it perfectly. And it's not the first time in this game he has done that.
Now, this is a key review. In college basketball, if there's 0.3 of a second or less, you cannot catch the ball and then shoot it. You can only tip the ball, presumably at the rim. If there are 0.4 of a second or more, you can catch the ball and then shoot it. Quickly, obviously.
Right.
Unsure what the call is here. 0.6 of a second. 0.6 of a second. So Ryder can catch the ball and shoot it, but they've got to do it in 0.6 of a second.
Obviously, from a defensive standpoint, you don't want to allow any of the blocks to catch the ball facing the basket on their way toward the basket. The idea is to force them in a position where they're running to the ball and not the hoop in order to inbound.
Weeks will inbound the ball. 0.6 of a second standing between Siena and its first MAC victory. Weeks will inbound it. Lobs it to the rim. Tapped out of bounds. Saints win. Saints win 67-65.